Hi there, we're here with Phil Bloyd. He's with Revolutionary Financial Group, and also, if you've been watching, the host of Lowcountry Money Talk, a great show where we unpack all kinds of financial information, tips and tricks for you. Nice to see you, Phil.
Good to see you, Jessa.
This is a treat to have you here, and we have a lot to talk about. So right now, folks are, really taking a look, or at least having questions about where to take money from.
Sure.
And one question, I've recently been approached about is, where do we take income from in a bear market? Obviously, things are down.
Sure.
Average of 20%, maybe more, depending on your circumstances. Is it a bad time to take money out of equity investments as income?
Short answer, probably yes.
Yeah, so what do we do?
Well, we need to look at all of our income streams. So first of all, when I'm talking to people and having events, we talk about buckets, different types of buckets. So we might have, and this is for tax purposes, we might have a capital gains bucket that's built in equity, so we probably don't want to take from that one right now. We may have an IRA bucket. We may have to take certain amounts from there. We talked previously on some other episodes about a bull bear IRA strategy. But the idea would be is, let's say for example, I'm taking $3,000 a month out of my equity portfolio. So something is being sold unless I just have loads of cash, and if I have loads of cash, maybe I continue just to take the $3,000 a month out of the cash side of that.
Okay.
But if I have to actually sell equities to provide income in the current environment, which is a bear market environment, I want to try to find other ways to do that.
Right.
Because I'd rather not sell a good high quality equity in a down status.
Exactly.
Because we're supposed to buy low, sell high. So I don't really want to sell it to take income, because then it's gone, and when the market recovers,
there's no rebounding because you've used it as
Right.
income. Okay, so what options do we have then? Because we don't want to take them from our equity investments. You mentioned if you have, a lot of cash, which sounds like a great option,
Sure.
you can take it from there.
Yeah.
But what if we don't? What other choices do we have?
So one thing, if I'm over retirement age and I can draw my Social Security, that may be an idea as well. So instead of taking money from a depleting asset, if I'm qualified to take my Social Security, maybe I'll look into that.
Okay.
So that would save
One
how
option.
much I would need to take from that. Let's say, for example, you have other sources of money, maybe checking, savings, some bank money.
Bank accounts.
Maybe you have more than 6 months expenses, so maybe we can stop taking out of our equities for now and switch over to those accounts.
Kind of the emergency fund, the excess of the emergency
Excess,
fund.
yeah. So excess of 6 months expenses, because a lot of people have stashed, way more than 6 months
Sure.
expenses. So let's do that. The other thing we might look at is, hey, I might want to take a part-time job.
Yeah.
We're not talking about, maybe a long period of time, maybe a year, maybe two, maybe less.
Jump into the workforce
So,
while there's
yeah.
jobs. Right?
Anything we can do to stop taking excess funds out of a depleting or declining asset, you'll be better off for in the future.
Yeah, so if you are still taking income from your equity investments right now while they're down, you might want an expert to take a look at your portfolio
Sure.
and just how things are for you in your financial situation. And you all can do that.
Sure. What I would recommend, Jessa, give Rachel a call, bring in your statements, maybe a tax return. Let's see where we can maybe look for some additional income.
Absolutely.
You know what else saves income needed? If we don't pay too much in expenses on our equity accounts,
yeah.
and if we lower our taxes, then we won't need as much income. So all these things we could look at on that portfolio analysis.
A lot of factors could help folks out right now while things are down. So thank you for your expert advice. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back. We hope to see you after the break.